now tuning with your favorite host. It's Convo with Mr. Cino Show. Bring you the latest on the gossip and more. Creating innovative new opportunity. Reliable source to providing info like a news feed. Interviews up close and personal. With high topics, entertainment and how you want it for more. Creator comes on a whole different note. Motivating, building up our future with hope. Right here on your number one show. You hear it first, like never before. The conversation inspirational. Convo with Cino. You now tuning with your favorite host. Right here on your number one show. Convo with Cino. You hear it first, here like never before. The conversation inspirational. Convo with Cino. You now tuning with your favorite host. Right here on your number one show. Convo with Cino.
We are live. It's your man, Corey Williams, checking in for another episode, another Wednesday night of Convo with Cino. Man, super excited. I got a hot guest for you, per usual, however you want to do it, however you want to call it. My man, Greg Gray, is in the building, so I'm definitely looking forward to this. You know, he's dope living now, but I remember him as Mr. 925, you know. We go way back. So, again, man, before we get started, y'all know what I need you to do. I need you to hit that like, subscribe, share this video, share it with, you know, let's keep it going, man. Let me feel the love so I can keep bringing y'all, hot guests, man. And so, and while I'm doing that, let me see if my co-host is ready. While I'm stalling, I don't see her on the mic check, so I'm gonna give her a little time. She got to get dialed up, and ain't no telling where she at. She's running multiple businesses, helping a lot of people, helping a lot of companies, businesses, expand and grow in the media space. And just super proud of this young lady, man. Shout out to my co-host Marsha Lyles. She'll be joining us here shortly. But man, happy June, y'all. It's 6 months of the year gone already. I mean, it seems like I was just saying, a happy New Year. You know what I'm saying? Happy Valentine's. Well, I ain't got no Valentine's. Well, my baby girl, that's my forever Valentine. She ain't gonna never leave me. Y'all, no, okay, let me stop. This ain't the relationship show. Let me stop. If I be getting some calls and texts, no, you the one. Okay, all right, I ain't gonna. I'm done. Let me bring on my co-host.
You know what? Yeah, let's bring her on now, because you about to get in trouble, brother.
I'm about to get in some trouble. For real.
Why? That's unconditional love. Baby girl is always gonna be there. We get it. So
yes, that's my original co-host right there.
Talking about Valentine's Day, anyways. This is June. It's summertime. Ain't nobody trying to be booed up right now. That's not until it start getting cold outside again.
Wow. So y'all heard it from a woman. See, I didn't say this.
I'm just saying that's what y'all do, ain't it? That's what y'all do.
No, you're saying what you talking from your perspective, all right?
No. I was just saying that's what y'all do.
Let's just say that's what we do then, because I thought you were saying that's what the ladies, ladies don't do that.
It's not a.
What about Hot Girl Summer?
I mean, it happens first. The Hot Girl Summer is the product. That's what happens when you're producing a new relationship for the wintertime. You're preparing for that relationship. So you gotta get cute and stuff and get booed up, and then when it get cold outside, you got somebody there for Sweetie's Day, Valentine's Day, Christmas for sure. All those good things. So,
well, we just gave y'all the relationship portion.
I would never. I am not a trained or licensed therapist or relationship.
Now she putting that disclaimer out. You should have said that first.
Yeah.
You're a Marsha in media, so whatever you say,
I'm
We
saying
hold you to
now.
it.
I'm saying this now. So don't take my word for it. But you know what? Cino, you got some things that's going on. We're going to get started to talk about you real quick because we don't want to leave our guests waiting too long. But you got some things going on. So fill us in.
What I got going on?
Come on now.
What?
You got a whole show going on right now. You wasted time. Go on and tell the world what you got going on. Come on.
I got Convo with Cino, credit repair, and that's it. What else I got going on?
Ain't you supposed to be in something like? Come on now.
All right, y'all. I just got, man, shout out to my girl Tish. She runs a show called The Loop, DA Loop, like Chicago, so The Loop, Chicago. And we've been in talks, and I'm gonna be. She wants me to play a news reporter, so I gotta go to the hospital, stand outside. We're gonna film on location outside the hospital. There ain't gonna be no set. I'm gonna be. This is Tom Jordan, Tom Bradley reporting live from. I think somebody might be getting shot or something. So I'm gonna have to be serious. So this is Kevin Jones reporting live at the scene.
No, you gotta get a little bit more serious than that. You gotta sound a little bit more serious.
Okay. This is Kevin Jones reporting live from Channel 8 News here in Chicago.
I like it. I hear it. Come on now.
I gotta get my script. Shout out to everybody that showed me love, man, on the post. They say the news reporter is fitting for me. I don't know what that meant, but I guess.
I mean, look, you got your shirt buttoned all the way up. You look like you could be reporting right now. It's all the way up there. You look very professional today, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm trying to represent spring, summer. Yes. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to represent, give y'all some summery look.
That's right. I'm loving it.
And shout out to you. Let's give a shout out to WLTH, man. Let's
shout out to WLTH. Yeah,
Yeah, y'all doing big things. Matter of fact, hold on. WLTH Studios.
That's right.
I like what's happening. I like what's happening.
You like that, huh?
Yeah, I see you.
Okay.
I see
you. Yeah.
So but we'll talk about we'll get a chance to talk about that more with our guests, because this gentleman is none less than a pioneer of the media space, my big brother.
Not a pioneer. I have something better than that. Let me just
a revolutionary. Revolution.
No.
Okay, all right. I'm done.
No. We're gonna say today's guest is a true Northwest Indiana media trailblazer whose journey has spanned music, television, entrepreneurship, fashion, and mentorship. His name is Greg Gray. He first stepped into the entertainment industry as a singer with aspirations of a major recording contract. Although that opportunity took an unexpected turn, it sparked a career that would leave a lasting impact on the region. He went on to create Studio 925. Am I saying that correct? 925.
925. Yeah.
On the Move, which evolved into the wildly successful 925 music videos. That was an independent music video show that dominated the market for more than 7 years. Oh, we used to love our music videos back in the day, and that was definitely something we look forward to. Now, today, as a devoted father, Greg shifted his focus to raising his son, Jordan. That was a decision that would become one of the most defining chapters of his life. Along the way, when he managed his son's group, exploring filmmaking, produced music videos, launched a successful Dope Living apparel clothing brand, and created Dope Living TV. Now, when the world slowed down during the pandemic, I know I didn't, but Greg found a new calling, creating meaningful conversations. That vision became Dope Living TV Live. That's a platform where artists, actors, entrepreneurs, and everyday dream chasers share their stories, their struggles, and their successes. Now, a member also of the National Black Radio Hall of Fame, he's featured in Kanye West Netflix documentary Genius. Greg continues to inspire through his creativity, perseverance, and commitment to helping others succeed. Today, we'll talk about his incredible journey, the lessons he learned along the way, and why he believes mentorship and giving back are the true measures of success. Please welcome entrepreneur, media pioneer, storyteller, and mentor, Greg Gray. Catch my breath.
Wow.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Greg Gray from Dope Living TV Live. What is dope living? Well, dope living is a lifestyle. It's a way of life. We take small steps and leave huge footprints. Now, what does that mean? It means that when we walk in the room, nobody knows who we are. But by the time we leave, everybody wants a piece of us. And if you're not living dope, then something's wrong.
There he is. There he is.
What's up, guy?
Welcome.
What's up, my brother?
My guy. I don't do this for nobody but you and Marsha. That's it. So this is my this is actually my second interview and probably my last, but I don't like talking about myself. But let's do it. Let's do it.
Hey, bro.
Impressive. Wow.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it, man. Well, Marsha definitely gave an incredible introduction, man. But yes, as always, I'm gonna start calling her my better half. Look,
there you go.
She looking like okay.
Nobody better. I heard a lot about
the title to the show. You know, I was listening. Huh?
Yes.
I said I heard a lot about you. You're great. You're amazing.
Oh,
yes,
me?
she is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I know a lot about you. I grew up watching you. So I guess I'm like sort of a fan here. So I want you to, tell us about the beginning. Tell us about yourself. You're from Gary, Indiana. So let's start there, right? Am I right?
Mm-hmm. From Gary, born and raised. That's it.
Come on, man. Don't do us like that.
I ain't gonna do you like that, man. It's go ahead.
What sparked your passion, your love for music and entertainment? What sparked all of this for you?
I can sing, okay? And y'all excuse my grill right now. I had a car accident and knocked some on my mouth, so these S's gonna sound a little funny, all right? Anyway, I wanted to sing. I had a shout out to James White. I had a record deal with Atlantic Records, and they sent me to Florida. Went there. As soon as I got there, they called me and they said, "Hey, we're gonna go with a group of name recognition." So they chose Levert over me, sent me back, and I said, "I got to do something. This is really something that I want to do." So I started a dance show in a studio no bigger than a half a bedroom with about 13 dancers, and I called it Studio 925 on the Move. It was pretty popular in Gary, but wasn't making any money. So as I went on, I became homeless. And I don't know if you guys know where Vore School is at in Gary.
It's a Vore.
Okay, well, over there where they put them little what do you call those? The sliding board and all of that stuff. Mm-hmm. They had a little enclosure.
The playground.
Yeah, I slept in there for about 3 months. Didn't tell anybody. I still continued to show. Walked to the studio, 925 Kentucky, which is where 925 came from. And I was in there, and I was like, "Hey, man, is this it? Is it for me?" And God didn't leave me there. He just said, "No, but you have to go through this to get to something else. And that's what I did. I just persevered, and shout out to the people who stood in my corner, who was there for me. I made a lot of phone calls, and back then it was long distance phone calls at a lot of people's houses and didn't give them their money back. But you know, I mean, it had to be done. It had to be done. And Cino, I gotta say this before we go on. This show, man, is a groundbreaking show. You and Marsha are doing such a great job. I've watched you, and I even knew you when you was little, Cino, the entrepreneur, and the cleanest man in Gary. I'm telling you, the cleanest man in Gary. He had the swag then. We got the swag now. And this show, man, you know, you tell me what I need to do to make it get bigger, but this show is already groundbreaking. Okay, so I appreciate you guys even thinking about me to come on. Appreciate you guys.
Man, it's an honor.
Wow. Man, so 925, man. We go way back, man. I just remember seeing 925 on TV. Playing whenever it came on, so, when I got the opportunity to actually work with you, it was amazing. I think the first time I booked you, I think we may have did something at Shaw's or something, or the Ambridge, something. I think I was doing comedy shows at the time.
Yeah.
And talent show. So we were looking for talent, always looking for talent. So, this is definitely not nothing new as far as, looking for talent, man. But I've always had a, respect for you. You were definitely a celebrity in my eyes, still are, you know what I'm saying? Even, and so like Marsha said in your intro, even seeing you in the Genius documentary, so you've interviewed a lot of people. How did that part come up? How did you get to, let's start with the 925, the TV show, and how you were able to make those connections, get these interviews and how did that work?
Well, I've never been afraid to talk to anybody. So when we were starting, we were transitioning from the dance show to, we started playing some music videos. We didn't do it the right way at first on the show. So what I said was, let's make sure what we're doing is good, and nobody can come back and say we didn't do this right. So I started making calls. I remember the first call I made was to Motown Records to a guy named Mark Keene. He was their A&R director. I asked him to support us, give us some videos so we can play on the dance show. As he sent some, and then he called other people and said, we'll support these people. We think there's going to be, something big. So we started to talk, and as we did it, it grew. The response it grew. So we had to look for another station because we wanted to make sure that we had we could reach the masses. So being an independent, it's hard to compete with BET and MTV. But we went to WJYS in Chicago, and it was a gospel station, but they put us on at midnight. We had over 800 calls that first night saying, hey, when can we see this again? Are you going to do it again? So station asked us could we do it 3 days a week? And we well, are we going to have to pay? Because we wasn't making any money. And he said no, because we wanted to do a revenue share with them, but they let us come on. And then he wanted us to do every day of the week because the calls were just coming and coming and coming and coming. And so that's how I just made sure that I made calls to the right people and then connected with people. LL was tremendous in the growth of our career, my career, I should say, and the show's advancement. LL, I did that interview that you see right there at WGCI New Music Seminar. We were actually the video show.
I remember that. That was big for that GCI seminar. Yeah, that was big, man. You were able to really touch the people, man. Everybody in the industry was there. That was big.
Oh yeah. We were contracted by Elroy, who's the program director there. Every time they did the New Music Seminar, he called us and we were there. And we got a chance to meet and do a lot of interviews with a lot of great people. And you know, the sad part about this is that, you know, as my career grew, a lot of those artists didn't survive. You know, their careers didn't survive. This was in Chicago as well with Drew Hill. They let me get on stage and do that little hop they do, you know. And at that time, the music show was the #1 music video show. We were beating out, as far as ratings go, BET, MTV, all of them. We were the #1 music video show in the Midwest, and we were getting better numbers than all of those major stations. And to be an independent and to do the things that we did, it was just a blessing, huge blessing.
Yeah, that's awesome. I was just looking at that Drew Hill. So you had the opportunity to really see a lot of the artists when they were just coming out. You were right there.
Oh yeah, it was right there. And
yeah,
we you know, Usher, Jason Weaver, who's on the Shy right now, and Jason, actually, we did an interview with Jason at his house, and we started to do things that a lot of these music video shows did not do. We were playing pool with the Goody Mob. Watched the NBA Finals with Snoop Dogg. My guy Ben, you know, hanging out backstage with Janet Jackson.
Yeah, man, and shout out to the whole crew too, man. Ben, Rashad, my boy Rashad. Yeah. You know, Matt. Yeah, man. Shout out to the crew, man. Yeah, Easy's breakdown, right? Easy's breakdown, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Shout out to my boy, man. Love that dude.
That dude was, you know, the whole team, you know, we gelled tremendously well. And, you know, shout out again to all of those guys. Ben and I, we talked yesterday. Ease, we talk every now and then. I don't know where Matt is at, but, you know, much love to him as well. But, you know, we tried to create something that we could give to the city, that we could be proud of. You know, as we went and got bigger, we made sure that we always mentioned our city, which was Gary, Indiana. Then I had to, you know, I broke off and did something else with the 925 moniker, and it became just as big as the other. So God has just put us in places and made us aware of who we are, and just gave us these blessings so that we can continue to do what we do. I gotta say this again though, okay? Cino, I told you I was gonna do this anyway. You know, I've seen your growth, bro. And you know what? You know, you were always, I told you I was gonna do it. You have always stayed consistently true to your journey, bro. And now you're teaching others. Just I'm so proud of you. And Marsha, you know, WLTH, I managed Dinah Lynn Biggs, who has her own radio station there, at WLTH. And, you know, we made the presence of WLTH very large at that time. And you're doing the same thing right now. So, you know, kudos to you. And I hope to meet you one day, and you know, maybe we can collaborate and do some things. I'm down for Convo with Cino. He don't want me to talk about him, okay? But you know, I don't like talking about myself. So,
when you see the background is dedicated to you, man. You know, all the hip hop pioneers. You know,
yeah, I've interviewed all of them. No, I've interviewed a lot of these folks on there, man. That's so amazing. You know, it's the first person I ever interviewed was MC Breed. Okay.
Wow.
And it was the worst interview I ever did because I was nervous. I'm like, hey, I seen your videos. Now I'm standing next to you. Damn. Okay. But dude,
what was it about him? I mean, what was it about him?
It was just the fact that I've seen him on video. You know, I'm not recognizing the fact that I'm on TV and people watching me. I'm looking at the fact that this man was on video, and I'm standing there. He put his hand on me, said, "Hey man, touch my shoulder." I'm like, "Hey dude, hold on." He said, "Touch my shoulder, man." I said, "Okay." Touched the shoulder. He said, "What do you feel?" I said, "Come on, dude." But he said, "What do we?" I said, "I feel your shoulder." He said, "I'm real, just like you. Talk to me like it's a conversation, bro." And that's why I always say anything that I do, even with Dope Living TV Live, it's a conversation, because we're all the same people. Some of us may have achieved different things, right? But at the end of the day, we're still the same people. We're all same people. We bleed the same. We breathe the same air. We're all the same people, man. So, you know, that was the beginning of how I learned how to do this the right way.
So I guess we lost Marsha. So Bree was kind of like, that was your first kind of interview, right?
Mhm.
Or so what would you say was like your most memorable, like, or impactful? You know, I know that I'm sure the first one gave you that boost, that push. But
Mhm.
what was the one that really just blew you away?
George Daniels from George's Music Room. We did an interview
Okay.
with him. He had a conversation with me before we did the interview, and basically told me, he said, do the interview with me. I'm like, okay. I didn't know who George Daniels was. I found out real quick. Okay, he started telling me basically I wasn't nothing. Okay, he said, because I could tell you got an ego. Just because your show's doing well and this and that, remember where you came from. Okay, and remember the same way you're going up, you can go down. And
Hmm.
he schooled me. He schooled us. He schooled me through the interview. Found out who he was, and it was huge for me. And I hadn't seen George in a while. I saw George at a concert, and he remembered who I was and gave me a hug. And I was like, wow, it's George Daniels, man. Still remembering who I was. I did an interview with the one with LL was pretty cool and influential. I'm not going to tell the entire scope of everything that happened, but LL liked the interview. He said I was funny. I asked him a question. That's when he really laughed. I said, well, go back to a video when you were my size. He said, your size. I'm gonna have to go back to my first one. I'm like, really, dude? Really? So he laughed. He laughed it off, but he connected me with some people that really changed the course of my entire life. And shout out to LL, and thank you for what you did for me.
Wow.
Shout out to LL Cool J, man.
So,
and
I don't know.
LL was probably the biggest rapper in the world. Like rap was really just evolving at that time. So to get that, and I see how that clip was. That clip was old. That had to be about what was he still on Bad then? Like, or was he
He was
kind of
past that, but he was past that. He had become, like you said, international. So
okay?
when he came there, and he was only there briefly, but it got to a point where when anybody came into town, they had to see 925 music videos. They had to come stop by 925 music videos, which I thought
Yeah.
was a great honor, a great blessing, man. So it just told me that the purpose that God had in line for me, we well served that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What's one of the fondest memories? Like, what's one of the craziest stories that you have with doing the show?
We were backstage. I forgot where we were, but Tretch from Naughty by Nature. We were talking to him. Interview was going great. Then all of a sudden, we're done with the interview with him, and I think we were going to interview the Brat. Next thing you know, we see him and Vinny running, and it's police officers behind him. And I didn't know what to do. Come to find out, he had clocked the police officer with that chain he used to wear around his neck. And they were hiding. So that was different. We didn't have good relationship with Biggie. Biggie, there's a certain monocle of respect that you got to give to the show. You can say some curse words, but not all of the curse words that they normally say. Biggie didn't want to stop. So I was like, whatever. And 112, we did an interview with 112 in Tennessee. And it went well, but I think they weren't supposed to do it with us because Puffy wanted us to do an interview with him. And I'm like, well, Puffy ain't got nothing out right now. I mean, what do you want to do? I'm so glad I didn't get in any type of relationship with Puffy. Shout out to you, dude.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Because this takes me back to the documentary, right? The 150 just did. And I think that's everyone's story at this point, was that Diddy always wanted the attention, more attention. He wanted to be up in the front. And so you confirmed that. You're confirming that he wanted to be the one to be interviewed first.
Yeah, and his artists were, like I said, I don't know. Total, we did an interview with Total. Everybody was real pensive to do anything without checking with him. But 112 said, forget that. I was upstairs, I think, playing the piano. They come walking up, and it was a beautiful interview, great interview.
Now, where
And now, oh, go ahead.
sorry, where were you located at that time?
As far as the base for
Where the artists would show up, where were they showing up to do the interviews?
we went to them. We went to their places. We played, like I said, we played pool with the Goody Mob and Outkast. Watched the NBA Finals with Snoop. We went into Faith Evans' room, and it was like fog. Okay, you know, she was killing it. Went to Escape's room when they were all four together, and you know that was a real fun interview. Actually, that was really fun. But they were something else back then.
What made that one fun?
It was them. I was trying to holler.
And which one, man? Which one?
Candy, man. Look, Candy was fine back then.
You would have hit the jackpot. You'd have hit the jackpot then.
I wouldn't have been tied.
Yeah, I know that's right. Hey, Greg. So another classic, and I know Rashad talks about this one all the time, is the one where Tupac was in Indianapolis, kind of going off, and you know they kind of had to stop him. Tell us about that day, man, and you know your interactions with Tupac, man.
If I can remember, you know, he's different. Well, he was different. It was so radical that it was impossible to really do an interview with him. But the little bit that we did, we couldn't air. You know, they kind of said, well, no, you know, he said too much on this. He said something about this, said something about that. So we couldn't air that interview. But nice guy, but just a little bit too radical. And you know, with Ease and Ben and all of those guys, man, those guys really knew how to get the artists ready for me. You know, all of us were winging it at the time. You know, we didn't know what we were doing, but all we knew was that our stock was rising. You know, we were in Hits magazine. We were in every magazine out there. Pictures of well, me. I hate to say that like that, but we were in every magazine there was, and we had the people, white people. I can remember one, and I'll tell you this story if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
So we had a Crazy Howard McGee hooked us up with Fox. At the time, WFLD TV, I think it was Fox, was just starting out. And it was an opportunity for us to go to Fox. So I think it was Matthew with me. I'm not sure who it was. Went to Fox, and they liked our show. But Fox wanted to do some changes. They said, well, play some Britney Spears videos and some Madonna videos, and maybe we can add a white co-host, you know, so we can get that group of people in. And I told them that, hey, man, they watching the show as well. The white people are watching the show already. So, and it was money on the table, but you know, you can't give up the integrity of what you do.
Yeah,
we were independent, and we were doing 1.5 million at that time viewers. So yeah, you can get me 10, 15 million viewers, but we still have a core of people that we're true to. And this is what our show is about. It's R&B, hip hop. I'm not trying to put pop into it. So we stayed the course, and you know, it still worked out for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
so what was the end? What was the closure? What was the transition into the next step from 9 to 5 to the reinvention of Greg Gray?
I can tell you this, and I don't want to, like I said, it's no disrespect to anybody that was on the team. You know, it got to a point where we weren't on the same page. The people here were not on the same page. Again, no disrespect to my guys, but we were on the same page, and my son was born, and when he was born, changed my whole life. All right. And I said I wanted to be there for him to raise him up the right way. You know, without me, you know, I used to go out all the time, do all that stuff. When he came, my father, I want to be a father. Now, a lot of people don't know this. The first time I'm telling anybody this, okay? I have 2 other sons. but I wasn't able to raise them. All right. Two older than the one that I, from day one. I mean, I literally pulled him out. I wasn't able to raise them due to some circumstances. I don't want to talk bad about their moms or anything like that, but some circumstances didn't go well between me and their moms, and the kids suffered because of that. All right. And there's some other stories behind that, but I know my other two, we've talked and everything's fine. But my son, Jordan, I raised him. And to have an opportunity to raise, I've never told anybody these stories, man. Wow. To have an opportunity to raise another a human being, it's a beautiful experience, man.
It is, yeah.
Man, and especially when they are doing exactly what you need them to do, what you want them to do. You know, my son, you know, he grew up, never been to jail, don't have any babies, graduated high school, went to college, graduated college, and he's into music. He's actually the one that brought me back into the business. Because when he got to a certain age, he said, "Dad, what are you doing? You're wasting time." He had a group. I never told anybody this either. He started a group at 16 called Dope Living. All right. So I'm seeing them, you know, rapping and this, and I never heard my son curse before. I went into his room, and I mean, every word in the curse dictionary, him and this guy was saying. And I'm like, "Son," and I had my hand on my belt. I'm like, "Dude, what are you doing?" He said, "Dad, we're just rapping." I'm like, "Okay, let me hear it." They were good. They were actually very, very good. The filthy stuff, my son had a song that he had put a little video out on. It was the filthiest stuff I ever heard in my life, okay? But it was good. It was good. He talking about I'm not
It was good and filthy. Good and filthy.
Good and filthy. There you go.
Good and filthy. Okay.
From there, I took their group to a different level. Because by that time I had already known the business. I knew how to do the business, and everything was great. I got them performing in concerts. I got them headlining some concerts, and things were going great for them until he went to college, and he said he got to do college, so they stopped. And I just said, well, I can't let Dope Living go, so I took the name. It means good living, you know. And we transformed that into a company that has stood the test of time. So, you know, shout out to my guys from Dope Living.
Shout out to Dope Living, man. Shout out to Dope Living.
Yeah.
And you guys you do every week, every day. You do every day, right?
I do Monday through Thursday now.
Okay.
Dope Living TV, yeah, do that Monday through Thursday. But you know, I want to say this too. In between that time, I started taking up photography. I started learning how to edit. So I've done a lot of work for a lot of people, post editing. There was and it's been very lucrative for me in that aspect as well. You know, just taking people's footage, putting it together. There was one time there were 3 guys. We were in Canada. One was a fisherman. One was a outdoorsman, and one was what was the other dude? He climbed mountains, and these guys wanted to we wanted to do a reality show. And so since they had seen some of my pictures and some of my videos, they said, well, cool, can you do that for us? And I said, okay, cool. Did it for them. It never aired because those guys were very arrogant, and one wanted to be the headliner, blah 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 blah. So gave them the footage, but I got my check. Make sure I got my check.
Okay.
It's all that matters.
Yeah.
Got so many stories I could tell you guys, man, and because now you got me talking. I'm sorry,
yeah, well, speaking on money, you know, I'm the advertiser queen. You know, I look at inventory, and with you having, I'm going back to the 925 show. You know, you had all these viewers. What did that look like revenue wise?
Where did Cino go? After, well, see, I didn't know at first. It didn't. It did not. But after I learned how to leverage what we had, because I didn't understand that you could be on here and people will pay you to hawk their goods. People will pay you to say, hey, I do this, I do that, I do this, you know, drink this, wear this, whatever, whatever. Like I said, with that aspect, LL was very instrumental in doing something for me. But since that time, I had a long-term contract with Core Water. It was a very lucrative contract with Core Water. And what happened with that, and shout out to my team at Dope Living, if you don't mind me saying so, Gina Gadsden, who is an author, Distinguished Authors Guild, Steve Edwards, who does the Epilepsy Enlightenment, Chris Mills is out in Vegas, who's doing so many different
Chris, what up, Chris?
You know, but you have to be able to, number one, show who you are, like you guys do. Show who you are. Let somebody know that you are viable, that you can help them in an area that doesn't normally have your product. I can help you with that. Okay, I can show it to you. I can have it prominently displayed in the background. I can do my my shows and have it out there. You know, Marsha, you know the deal.
Inventory. That's a lot of inventory for you.
Yeah, you know the deal. So we did our thing. Well, I can't say we, and I have to keep it honest. I did my thing with that. Okay, and I learned media, probably not as well as you, Marsha, but I learned media to suit what I'm doing. You know.
Well, the reality is that you still have that content, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And that lives forever.
What you want to do with it, Marsha?
It's valuable. What are you talking about?
What you want to do?
She's putting it together. She over there putting it. She calculating.
And we over here thirsty, waiting for it. Come on now.
I do have a look. I didn't send it to Cino. I didn't send it to Cino, but I thought about that, Marsha. Okay, maybe you can help me with it. I did something called the Rewind. Okay, and with the Rewind, it's a throwback, because again, music videos. Nobody's looking at music videos from back in the past, but these artists are back out there touring now. So why not capitalize on that? And I've talked to John from Silk, talked to Jason, talked to a few people. Jason actually gave me a drop for Dope Living TV. Tony Terry did as well. I've talked to a lot of people. I've actually got pilots with Tretch, Vinny, Dave Hollister, Adina Howard. I got I'll call them promos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Of the Rewind. So I might do it, I might not.
All you have to do is convert it into digital. And
I got it done already. I just don't know if I want to release it. Let me say this without sounding arrogant.
Don't do that, G. You gotta get a people. It ain't for you, it's for the people, man.
Right.
It's for the people, man.
I hear you, but at some point, when and you're I know you probably are finding this out too, both of you guys. When you get to a certain level, you want, and you see your privacy being taken away. You want that back. I fought hard to get my privacy back. There was a time I went to Walgreens back when the show was on, and I had everybody coming at me. I'm just looking on the shelf to see if the picture was in the book, and this was in Gary's, and this girl looking in the book right next to me, and she starts screaming, and everybody comes over, and it's my privacy's gone. I don't like having people with me, bodyguards or anybody like that with me. So I got to a point where now life is peaceful. I wrote a book. It's called Peace and Power. I didn't send you that either, okay? But it's just telling how I attain my peace and my power. I wake up every morning and I look in the mirror and I say, which one do you want today, peace or power? Sometimes it's both. But I wake up every morning, which do I want, peace or power? If I'm going to talk to, like right now, St. Louis, talking to Anheuser-Busch, I'll tell you. But do I want peace or power with that? I want power because I want your money. Okay. And it's not all about money. For me, it's more about putting the pieces together to see if what I start, I can finish. All right.
But you know what, Greg? And so thinking of that, and you in photography, right? And I heard this analogy. It's said that a camera, you can either focus, right? Either focus on something, but other parts will be blurry, or you can have the other part, and you know what I'm saying? Like, what is it? Focus and the
clarity.
Yeah, so it's almost like you really can't have, but you still got a picture, right?
Yeah.
And so, so you talk about the your peace and the power. I mean, I think it's just a balance. You have to just balance
You're
it,
right.
as
Right.
much as you can.
And sometimes you can't balance it. Sometimes you're going to have the peace and the power at the same time,
Right.
So,
That's what I'm saying.
totally with you. Yeah. But
So
I just,
I'm curious.
Go ahead, Marsha. I'm sorry.
So here's the next question then. How important is it for successful people that has come out of Gary, Indiana in particular, to come back and give back?
Ooh, Marsha. Ooh, Marsha. That is the best question. I was just talking to somebody the other day. Why is it our city? I'm not knocking our city. I love our city, okay? But our city celebrates the same people doing the same
I got to drop the horn on that one. Wake them up.
They celebrate the same people. Yeah, look, forget the NBA All-Star game. Look, I'm celebrating. People are celebrating the same people doing the same things in that city, okay? Marsha, you should be celebrated right now for bringing WLTH up to a different level. Cino, you got this podcast that's blowing up, okay? But they're not celebrating you guys. They're not celebrating you guys. And that really bugs me. That really, really bugs me. So when I left, I'm like, okay, I'll give you an example. WLTH. I'm going to say it. Came to WLTH. My brother was my manager at the time, Melvin Gray. Shout out to you. WLTH was just rising back up, and they were on 5th and Broadway at that corner building. So my brother said, let's go over there, Greg. You can do some stuff over there. Even though I don't live, I wasn't, there at the time. I'm going over there, and you can come in every week and do a show on Saturday, whatever. So I went in there, talked to Mr. I'm not going to name his name, but WLTH. And the guy, he asked me, well, how can you bridge the gap? And, I was arrogant at that time. I'm like, dude, do you know who I am? He asked me for a resume. He asked me for pictures. I'm like, did you ask anybody else? And did you do your research? Do you know who I am? I was like that at the time. So I told my brother, I want to do this. He said, sit down, let's do it. So we went through this whole thing. Asked me all these questions. And how do you bridge the gap? I'm like, what do you mean? He said, between the old people and new people, because they had this moniker about old soul or something like that. And I told him, I said, well, we have to meet them in the middle. We have to get in the middle, make sure that there's something here for the kids that are coming up, as well as the adults. And we have to meet them in the middle so both parties can enjoy what you're putting out there. He said, I don't get it. I'm like, dude, really? And I told my brother, whatever. And we walking out and I see Dinah Lynn Biggs on the radio. And I'm listening to her. She was pretty cool. I went in there. I said, hey, Dinah Lynn, you want to take this farther? She said, what do you mean? I said, let me video you doing your radio show. Let me get clips of that and we'll put it on YouTube and we'll get it out of here. And it did. It got large. We started bringing in old school recording artists, Shylights, Gene Chandler, and all of these people. We brought in T.L. Williams with Getting More Money Than You. And we did a lot of stuff to raise that up. Got to a point where I started getting her overseas. All right. And the minute I had huge sponsors for her, Mr. Williams, that guy said, I said his name. That guy said, either you come back, because they had another station, an internet station. They said, you either come back over here or you got to go. She went back over there, which was good for her, because she didn't want to have a break and keep the consistency. But it just told me that, you know what, I learned how to do this. Not as good as Marsha, but I learned how to do this. I don't think Marsha probably wasn't even thinking about this at that time, but I learned how to do this and I learned how to market. All right, Marsha, I would love to work with you and do some things. And Cino, you, bruh, and I'm all over the place right now.
No, you two definitely need to work together. You know what I'm saying? Marsha, no, this would be a great partnership. You know what I'm saying? With
she the queen. I already know. She the queen.
It's an honor to work with her. So
you got the right one.
Yeah. So what she knows, what you know, and hey,
I know nothing.
No, and this is a Gary, but this is like you said, this is representing us, our hometown, man, where we from and where we at, and it's a beautiful thing. So we need this exposure, especially what's going on in the city of Gary right now. The attention that Gary has on it right now, the light that's shining on Gary. If we take the media space, we could really enhance that, because that's what Gary needed, just a good PR run. You know, get that negative thinking out of people's mind about the city, and share them the good things, things that's going on, especially with the great leadership that we have right now. So it's a win-win-win situation.
But you know, I got to tell you too, the show that you do empowers people. It tells people how to, number one, you got to get your financial base ready. You got to get it right. Okay. And the show that you do not only does that, but you have the most interesting guests on. And look, I'm so proud of you and Marsha for doing what you guys do, for real. All right. And I, you know, if I could take my hat off, you know, it's glued onto my head. If I could take my hat off, I would. But you guys, I don't care if we don't even have to talk about me no more, man. Let's talk about Convo with Cino, all right? Because you're groundbreaking. This show is groundbreaking.
You sound like Marsha now. You sound like Marsha now. She always trying to get me to talk.
I'm trying to get you to, you know, when you came on my show, you didn't want to talk that much, okay? But
no, y'all had me. Y'all had me. I think I had a great time on the show, man.
Oh yeah. So, I ain't gonna let you. I'm not gonna let you come on the show and not do anybody and not do that. But you know, I just need everybody to understand. Okay, I shared this 77 times. I shared this show to the groups that I subscribe to, 77 of them, because for some reason I had a brain fart. So I said, let me start sharing it. So I shared it to 77 groups. Okay, and I hope somebody in that group looks at this and says, well, hey man, this show is the show that I need to be on, and they start requesting to come on your show, because I'm telling you, Cino, I've watched you for about a year, and dude, this is an amazing show. And you don't just sit there and just talk about yourself. You sit there and you talk to these people, and you make people say things that they probably wouldn't say otherwise. So you and Marsha both. So I appreciate you guys, and thank you for doing this this podcast, period.
Nah, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. And we thank our guests, you know, because you all is what make this platform what it is. And I'm loving all of this, and I'm already working on some things behind the scenes to make it all make sense.
Yeah,
sense. It's gonna make sense.
Yeah.
Anything you need from me, I'm there.
Hey Greg, before we let you go, man, I want you to check out something. This is the latest hip hop phenomenon that's been, trending across all platforms that dropped this weekend. So let's get the people this, man. I want to get your thoughts on the state of hip hop, after we check this out.
Hattie's turned at 100. If she would have transitioned before I cleared my name, I would have hunted them. Every one of them playing these silly games. That 1-800 ambulance chaser would have wished one came. But 911 is a joke. Public enemy #1, I've been ranked. The rock's not crumbling. The leprechauns have magically run out of pranks. Your son on a federal jail line mumbling something about having too much of this drink. You know how dumb that is? Another one fumbled his, wonder how I get the blame. Niggas' teeth is tumbling out their mouth, and somehow I'm the one who done it. It's a murder mystery game. You had to catch crowd and thunk it. Was you who pumped this? I'm the one who strummed the pain. That hill you can die on. There's way too much flack that comes from those planes. I'm killing them softly. What's understood don't need to be explained. You want it one way, it's the other. I still on you suckers, I'm all of you niggas gang. I ain't much for me, it's no how. Cancel the brunches, I remember the hunger pain. The price of the bricks going up. It's gonna cost you a beat to even say my name. You ever heard of a Wonder King? My children and some of them, have you niggas no shame? Y'all trying to get under skin? I really get under skin as unharmed player. Y'all thugs with y'all thumbs again. Everybody think they're the ones insane. You're no maniac. Watch how saniac in my presence, niggas shrink. I need a new therapist. This shit is not working. I'm truly on the brink. Y'all better not encourage him. Y'all don't want me to think these thoughts that I think. That nut ass nigga still stuttering. That chatty patty down on his luck again. Quest introducing me to Jaguar. I don't know why I still fuck with him. You wonder why I do the freestyle rehearsal. That lady back on the stuff, she sound like she in love with him. Her kid can't even take their kids. Enough of them. A rapper can't be my eye. I got MAGA Republicans. Them shots came from the very top of the government. Good luck with them. I'm governed by God. You try to break the government. I prayed for 40 days. My neck get flooded again. Wrist get flooded again. My net worth went up again. My next update, the jig is up. Nigga, I'm up 10. Wrong chart, champ. You gotta look up again. Niggas look up the Hove. I never looked up to them. The crackers got your publishing gangster. Go talk tough to them. Don't talk success to me. You niggas is workers. In perpetuity's how your contract is worded. Don't make me go fuck. Man. The roots remember, even when the trees pretend, not too much of my name. Don't forget who I am. Hattie loves her Shawnees, S-H-A-W-N. I find it adorable she put the S at the end. You don't know, the show ain't even begin. I said, you don't know, the show ain't even begin.
Yeah.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Don't play with him. Don't play with him, man. Jay-Z. Forever, man. I've always been a Jay-Z fan. That's one of the only people I never interviewed.
Whoa.
Been in his presence, but never interviewed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The state of hip hop.
So what do you think about his coming out, man? You know, finally after all these years, and you know, putting everybody, you know, on notice, and some he didn't put on notice. What's your thoughts on that, man?
I think number one, he can back it up. Number one, all right. Jay-Z is one of the leaders. All right, even though he took his time out, okay, he can come back and do some things. All right. With the state of hip hop, though, man, you know, it's so watered down now. It's so filtered, and I think it takes people like Jay-Z, people like Nas, to come back and let us know what true hip hop is. All right, because they're not telling stories anymore. They're not telling stories anymore. You know, you got Kendrick Lamar who's doing his thing. You got Drake, you know, but the rest of these guys, they want to be gangsters. You know, they want to be somebody that they really aren't. And, you know, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. But I think with Jay-Z coming out like he did, and Dame Dash hated on him, by the way. I don't know if you heard that conversation with Dame Dash. All right. Dame Dash, he could be broke, okay, in your eyes, okay? And he could be, you know, his broke is that he lost 1 billion of that extra billions that he has, okay? So let's not even go there, Dame Dash, because you're broke. All right. And I can say that. I know Dame. All right. I don't like Dame. The views that are expressed on the Cino show is not his views. All right. And you know, I just think that
Dame got love for Gary, though. I can't say that. He got love for Eddie. He works with Eddie Milton, and you know, Gary, you know, doing some things for
When was the last time that he worked?
I was gonna ask you that. When was the last time you seen Dame around here?
I mean, you know what? He got to regrow. I mean, he's working with a lot of people.
You're not gonna see him again. Trust me on that. Thank you for what you did, Dame. Okay, or whatever you did, but you're not gonna see him again.
But he did do something. Let's just give him credit for that. He did do, because like you said, Marsha, the question earlier was, you got people from Gary, you know, that don't come back and do anything. This man not even from here and was promoting to buy real estate. Gary is the new spot to buy.
He has no money. He don't have enough money to buy.
But he was promoting to others to invest in Gary. That's what I'm saying. So he wasn't.
I wasn't there.
Gary as a gold mine, okay, because it is. This is a hot spot right now. And everyone knows it outside of the city. And so he wanted access to that. That's my own opinion. He wanted access to something that he knew was eventually going to grow, because wherever you see there's a need, there's money.
I agree with you. I agree with you totally.
He's a businessman. I mean, I don't, nothing wrong with that.
He is a businessman. I give you that, okay? But the thing is, when you do business, you don't have to do business to be retaliatory, okay? You don't have to try to get back at somebody, or, you know, the way that he does business, he's a businessman. I give him that, but the way that he does business, I question. I don't like. Yep. Okay? That's just me. But shout out to Dame Dash, and I shouldn't say that on your show. Shout out to Dame Dash. I invite you to come to Cino's show and talk about it. Please bring me back on when he does, okay? Matter of fact, I'm going to reach out to him and see if he can come on.
Come on, hey, appreciate it. And see, coming from you, I know that ain't cap.
No, I ain't cap.
One thing
I don't do is lie. Okay, anybody that watched this show, if y'all heard any lies that I told on here, please respond. Okay, I don't lie.
Yeah,
but I do challenge you guys. I know you got to go, but I do challenge you guys. Okay, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Okay, but I challenge you guys to bring your part to uplift Gary as well. That hometown, man. You bring some people back. I think you can do it.
Yep. Well, you have to come back and visit us as well. And I know we have to go, but I had a few trivia questions for you. You know, I like to be a little extra sometimes.
I know.
You know?
Yeah, I do.
I love it. I love it.
I'll give you 3 questions here. So the first one is, which Gary native became the first Black artist to have a video in rotation on MTV?
That was Michael.
Okay, good. Hit the drop, Cino.
Okay, hold on.
Y'all think because I moved away, don't think I don't know nothing?
Okay. Before YouTube, where did many independent artists hope to get their videos seen?
I guess I don't know nothing. Before YouTube?
Yeah, before YouTube.
World Star?
No, before that.
Wait, further back.
925 music videos?
That's one.
Was it the music box or something like that? What was it?
Put it on the list, but I'll give it to you.
MTV.
Oh, I was beating them out. I ain't worried about them.
BT, yeah,
BT,
MTV, right?
You're right.
And 925 music videos.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. And what streaming platform aired the Kanye West documentary?
Netflix. You know I know this.
Go out and watch it again, okay? And if you could bring back, and this is the last question, if you could bring back one thing from 925 music videos era, what would it be?
It would be my crew. You know, those guys were tremendous. They were tremendous. And these were guys that, real quick, these are guys that didn't know anything about the business, didn't know anything about anything dealing with this stuff. They came in and they learned, and we created history.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shout out to my son Jordan. Love you, son.
Okay.
Man. Shout out Jordan. Shout out 925. Shout out Dope Living TV. Shout out Greg Gray. Shout out Marsha Lau. Shout out WLTH. Shout out to Convo and Cino. We in the building, man. It's been that one. It's been that one. Yeah.
Appreciate y'all, man. For real. Shout out to y'all, man, and continue to do what you're doing. Okay, Marsha, we're gonna talk.
That's right, sir.
Yep. Y'all connect. I can't wait to see us. It's 6 months of the year. I can't wait to see us next year this time.
Yep.
Next year? 3 months. I go by quarters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Marsha, let's do something. Yeah. Let's get these quarters rolling.
Okay.
Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right,
my brother. Hey, man, love, man. I know you don't do this, so I appreciate you. Thank you. You my big bro. You know, you my my mentor in this game, man. And so I appreciate you, man. Love you, man. Keep doing your thing. Shout out to the crew, man. Dope Living TV.
Love back, bro. Both of y'all.
Yes, sir.
All right. Whew. Man.
Thanks, Cino.
What a show. Huh?
Hot. I need a fan or something, bro. Like that
Man.
was hot right there.
Man, appreciate you. Appreciate you always, holding it down, with me each and every week.
Yeah, I mean, this is on the list of things to do, just like it is waking up in the morning every day. This is a part of my things to do every week. So I'm gonna be here. I might be square, but I may be late, but I'm gonna be there.
It's all good. I appreciate you.
I'm sorry. That's the only thing I've been on time for was the day that I was born. That was it.
Hey, that's a good day. February 24th.
Work on that. That's right.
I remember.
That's a good day.
It's a special day. That's a special day for me too.
Yes, sir.
Man, we forgot to promote his. He got an event coming. He's doing some. Let me see if he's still on. You still in the back, Greg? Hold on. Let me bring him on. I want to promote this. Hey, bro. Promote your event, bro.
I forgot about it, man. For real. Okay, we got the relationship roundtable. We're starting to do the relationship roundtable, and we're taking it on the road. So the first one, well, we did the first one already, but this one is going to be at the Loft next weekend. Actually, I hope everybody can come through and hang out. Marsha, come through.
Yes, of course.
And we got it's panel discussion. Audience can say what they want. We got 4 people on the panel, and it's gonna be amazing. We do it every week. We do it a second one where the crowd is the orators. At D&K, Gina takes care of that, but this one is going to go, and we're also setting up a college tour as well. So we definitely hooking up some stuff with the relationship roundtable so we can get out to the people. We are not experts, okay, but we are giving some sound advice. Don't never take advice from Greg Gray, because I don't know nothing about relationships, period. If you listen to me, like I tell everybody when we do a relationship roundtable on Monday, if you listen to me, your relationship's going to hell. So don't do that, okay? Don't listen to me. But come through June the 6th, man. Y'all hang out. Not June the 6th. Not June the 6th. June. It's following week.
June.
That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. It's the following Saturday.
Oh.
Okay.
So that'll be June.
13.
That'll be June what? Okay.
13 or 12, something like that. The 13th.
The 13th. Okay.
Yep. June the 13th.
June 13th.
I apologize for not sending that to you, man. But those are the 4 people to be on, and it's definitely gonna be a good. The first one was great. This one will be even bigger. And like I said, we're taking it on the road. So you guys are invited. You can have a VIP seat, whatever. It's a free event for right now. We're doing it free right now, but when we take it out on the road, we got commitments from Houston, from Atlanta, from Los Angeles. I think St. Louis. We got a few commitments already, so we're gonna take it on the road, and then we're working on the colleges right now too.
I'm there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All
Most definitely.
right.
Yep.
Y'all come hang out with us.
All right, brother. I wanted to make sure we promote that, man.
For sure.
No doubt.
I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all.
All right. Peace, man. Love. Yeah. We got to promote them events. Speaking of promoting, hey, let's promote our favorite radio station.
That's right. WLTH 92.7 FM. You can also download the app at WLTH Radio. Radio.
Tune in, tap in.
Right.
And man, I forgot to put my flyer in here. Okay, but still, you know what? The credit special is still available. I know it's not May no more, but it's June. We got the June Jumpstart Credit Repair. I have a new flyer next week. but still same price, $3.99. Tap in with me. You know, get your credit repaired. This is June, guys, the 6th month of the year. So I can have by June, July, August, September. By September, I can have you pushing over 700 credit score. If you do what you got to do, I'm going to do what I got to do to help you get that car, get that home, get business funding, and just get some, get some more money in your pocket, So that's what we're doing here at Convo with Cino. And of course, make sure you tap in with us each and every Wednesday, man. It's your man Cino, my girl Marsha Lyles. We doing this. We here for y'all each and every Wednesday. And hey.
So that's Convo with
great
Cino.
show.
Convo with Cino and Marsha, by the way.
And Marsha, that's right. Convo with Cino and Marsha.
Yes.
In media.
You could just say Marsha. That's fine. But Marsha. We from Gary. Marsha. Yeah, that's how they used to say it back in the day.
Marsha.
Yeah.
Well, all right, Marsha. Anything else before we end?
You know what? That's it for me. He mentioned Drew Hill. He said he was able to go out there and do the little Drew Hill dance. You know how to do the Drew Hill dance,
Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. Tell me if they're good enough for you, babe. Tell me.
Hey, but you got to stand up. No, brother, you got to do the step. You got to stand up.
I ain't gonna be in the camera. Then y'all gonna just see my pants. Tell me what you want. All right, that was my Drew Hill impression.
That's good, man.
Or Cisco that thong. Okay, all right. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Yep, they was hot.
All right, y'all. Well, we'll see y'all next week, man. It's your man Corey Williams, aka Cino, and
it's your girl Marsha, aka Marsha.
All right, y'all. We're gonna leave y'all with a little something from my man Greg Gray. We out. See y'all next week. Another hot show, another hot guest. Stay tuned. Keep it locked. We out.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Greg Gray from Dope Living TV Live. What is dope living? Well, dope living is a lifestyle. It's a way of life. We take small steps and leave huge footprints. Now, what does that mean? It means that when we walk in the room, nobody knows who we are. But by the time we leave, everybody wants a piece of us. And if you're not living dope, then something's wrong.